Today, we're diving into the world of hidden truths and unspoken confessions. Have you ever wondered what secrets people are keeping from their partners? We're uncovering some of the juiciest and most intriguing secrets. Let's see what people are hiding and why they choose to keep these secrets locked away.
What's a secret that you're never going to tell your partner? I came across a question on Hunch app asking if you're holding a secret from your partner. It was surprising to see that 73% of the votes were on yes, that they keep a secret. I wonder what secret you're hiding away.
Remember, while everyone has things they choose to keep private, honesty and communication are key to building strong and healthy relationships. Let's check out the comments and see what lessons we can learn from these confessions.
When she was giving the kids a bath one night in February, I decided to install the surround sound speakers on the skinny table behind the couch. I slid out the sofa and the table to get access to the power strip, 2 lamps and a phone charger already back there, for the subwoofer, and saw a rolled-up black shirt on the floor next to it. Closer inspection, and instead it was a black snake rolled up in a ball, getting some warmth from the power strip. She's terrified of snakes. I ran out to the garage, grabbed a bucket and lid, picked up Mr. Sleepy, and put him, or her, I didn't have time to ask, in the bucket and quickly went out into the garage. The next day was an unusually warm winter day in the US Southeast, so I let it go in the field across the street. I'm guessing it got in from around one of the HVAC boots nearby on the floor. If I brought it up, then I would have had to move in the middle of that night. If I bring it up now, I'll have to move tonight. Maybe one day, but I don't see us leaving here anytime soon, so that secret will die with me.
We had a small garden snake somehow get into our basement in NJ. After some deliberation, I made the mistake of telling my wife about it several days later. I chose poorly. We're staying.
Definitely keep it to yourself. I'd up and leave if I knew this too. It's actually quite sweet of you to care enough not to shatter her peace.
That I don't really have the power to bring dead plants back to life. They're called perennials. They're supposed to die off and come back in the spring, LMAO.
That when we play puzzle-oriented video games, I don't speak up when I solve it in my head. She gets stressed with video games and I love to play with her, but if I solve it faster every time, she won't want to play as much. She's new to it and I want her to enjoy it with me. Edit, there have been several people asking what games we play, so I'll add that in. First we played A Way Out, which isn't really a puzzle game but was a lot of fun. Then we played It Takes Two, which is a bit more puzzle-oriented. Currently playing Unravel 2, which is the one I am talking about in the post. I've seen a few recommendations in the comments and plan on playing them next with her.
My ex and I played Unravel 2 and she told me that with 90% of the puzzles she figured it out within 30 seconds of entering the room, but she didn't say anything because if she did that means we'd play for less time. She also likes hearing how excited I got when I figured it out.
My husband is a musician. Every time he releases a new track, I blast the song on repeat all day long on Sundays, the only day when he isn't home, because he tracks the amount of listens he gets. I guess this is a feature of Spotify. So many times he's like, wow, I get so many more listens on Sundays, I wonder why that is. Guess you'll never know, babe. Update, you guys. Seriously, I love you all so much, you're amazing. Today he finally noticed randomly and stopped the middle of our conversation to be like, wait, what? What is this? As he discovered, he went from like 34 monthly listeners to now 1,000 plus, and 3 followers to 241. Apparently the song was added to 79 different playlists too. That's incredible. He's so excited right now you have no idea. This means a lot you guys don't even know, cause he's been very down in the dumps about his music lately and the future, and I feel like this was the perfect thing to lift his spirits. Thank you all so much, you kind, beautiful strangers. I never expected a simple answer to a question would produce such amazing results like this. Thank you for your kind words about loving his music. I'm so glad you all enjoy it as much as I do. He has always loved making music and is a bit shy about it. So thank you for supporting him in what he loves doing the most. Second update. LOL, he just told me that one listener listened to the song 2,000 times. Wait, what? LMFAO, you guys are so crazy and I totally love it. I'm totally dying over here as he is smiling in confusion and laughing to himself. I wish you guys could see his face, RN. It's adorable. He's trying so hard to figure out the mystery. I want to tell him so bad, but I'm taking this secret to my grave, y'all.
I don't really know the final Jeopardy answer every night. Question/answer is posted online before the show comes on. He's always so amazed by me. Tonight's answer is, who is Mary Poppins?
When my dad was retiring and they were moving out of their larger house, since no kids are at home anymore, my dad wanted to move out into the middle of nowhere, get some livestock and plant crops. My mom said that sounds nice, I'll visit you sometimes. My mom is not that much of an out in the country type lady.
On our first date, I went to pick her up. I got to her house and parked across the street. I messaged her an hour later telling her I accidentally got too high smoking a joint on the way to her. So I slept in the car till it wore off. The secret: I actually got diarrhea, took an explosive shit on a wall a few houses down from hers. When I picked her up, we drove past it, and I saw her look at it on the way past. Edit: it's been 7 years.
When I used to do funny voices as if our cat or now my daughter's guinea pig were speaking, it's because I have invented a whole persona for them in my head. The guinea pig, who is a bit bossy and temperamental, is a gangster with a whole crime empire and enjoys saying "how do you like that, how do you like it" in a rough Cockney accent when he bites/weeps on one of us. Our cat was a sly supervillain who enjoyed the art of physiological warfare. She was particularly good at hiding socks for nefarious reasons and has a rough Glaswegian accent, similar to mine without the edge polished off. I honestly don't know how I'd explain all that now. My cat is a KGB spy who doesn't know the Cold War is over. She has a thick Russian accent, but she tries to blend into American culture as best as she can. We pretend she is American so she doesn't feel self-conscious about her cover being blown, but we all know she is a Russian spy. She despises us and our capitalist ways, but she also has lavish tastes so she struggles internally with that. She reports back to her comrades when we aren't around so we don't know exactly what she is telling them, but we believe she is waiting for her signal. Signal to what? We don't know. That's the scary part.
One secret someone might keep from their partner is a past mistake or indiscretion they deeply regret, but believe revealing it would only cause unnecessary pain. Another secret could be lingering feelings of insecurity or self-doubt that they don't want to burden their partner with. Let's read others' secrets.
My farts are almost always silent, so I've developed a method where if she farts, I'll let mine slip so she can't blame me for the smell.
I created 5 Twitch accounts and logged in on each of them when he streams. I also send him bits from each account. He is a small streamer and was feeling like he wasn't having much luck. He was close to giving up many times, but I'd like to think that my little bit of extra support helped him keep it up for a while. He eventually did quit. He still streams here and there, but I wouldn't say he's active. But he still talks about the comments/sounds/bits my alternate accounts gave every now and then. I love him to death.
While that's an informative video, Twitch viewer count and NAT are not related. It's unlikely that Twitch is using IP addresses to track viewers. The viewer count is likely tied to the amount of active stream sessions. Twitch can see that multiple streams are coming from the same IP, and they can likely look at previous streams to see if they are essentially bot viewers. But IP is not going to be the only source. NAT is used by every router, but depending on your internet provider you could also be behind CGNAT, which most mobile providers use. So NAT for home use would result in 10 to 100 devices on one IP. CNAT could have 1,000s of devices, if not more, on one IP.
I fart in the elevator. I was nervous.
When I was 17, I had an unwanted sexual relationship. A group of 5 men stopped me at a knife point. Today, decades later, I keep that secret. I went through therapy. It helped. The stigma is still strong. And that is a shame. I am the victim. I am not the one who should be ashamed of it. Yep, that does not apply to women only. It also happens to men like me.
I'm a retired medical examiner death investigator, and I'm here to tell you, and the rest of the world, that males are raped frequently. They just don't report it as often as females report it. Both genders can rape males, but men are the highest offenders against both genders. Female-on-female rape is the least common, but it's also extremely rare that it is reported, probably for the same reasons. I applaud you for revealing your experience here and encourage you to share with your loved ones once you are able to talk about it without any uncontrollable emotion. It is a sign that you have successfully overcome this awful crime and the grief you naturally experienced as a result. I'm proud of you for taking this time to write about your experiences. She asked to measure my penis one time, somehow read it wrong and added an inch to it, turning it from average to large. There's nothing to gain from this, but it does make me laugh when she makes a comment about it.
She was just trying to make you feel better about yourself.
Some might hide a harmless but embarrassing habit or hobby they're worried their partner would judge. Financial missteps, like a hidden debt or a past bankruptcy, could also be kept secret to avoid conflict or disappointment. Let's keep reading.
I borrowed his expensive sunglasses out of the car for a lunch date and lost them. I went back to the restaurant and looked everywhere, but they were most likely picked up given they were nice Ray-Bans. I hadn't told him yet, thinking I would bring it up at a good time, and our car was broken into that very night. He came in and told me after speaking with the police, and they took my nice Ray-Bans. I thought for 4 seconds, calculating, and replied, "Those sons of A." Nevertheless, I will never admit it.
Our car got stolen last year, and they recovered it about a month later. When I went to retrieve anything out of the car, she reminded me before leaving to look for her sunglasses in the visor. They were rainbow heart-shaped glasses that she adored. I'm forgetful, so I'd already forgotten by the time I was there, and I was dealing with the state the car was left in and how little stuff was there. I forgot to check for them, and when she asked, I said they were gone. I even asked the place if they could double-check for me, but I had to call them again, and they said it wasn't. I doubt they actually looked, but I'm telling myself they were gone, so I don't regret not going back one more time.
The morning after our first date, I was driving her back to her car and put on the song American Pie by Woody Allen. In the moment, she made a comment about me putting it on for her, and she's since said that me playing that song for her kind of confirmed for her that I was into her and it wasn't just a one-night stand or whatever. She doesn't bring it up constantly, but I'm never surprised when she does, and she loves it when I play it around her. What I'll never tell her is that the song had just recently come out, and I'd only heard it once, so I just really wanted to listen to it. I didn't put it on for her, and I didn't intend for her to take it any type of way, but I am so glad I put it on, and I'm glad she took it that way, which is why I'll never tell her.
I made the call to kill one of my unborn twins to save the other when the doctors asked for permission. I'll never tell her I made the call. Edit. To elaborate, we had Momo twins. One was too sick to carry and would kill both. Birth reduction is inevitable. Made the call. God bless John Hopkins at Moore, otherwise I would have to pay $16,000 for 2 cremations. $8,000 each. May you never have to make that choice.
My now husband, on our first date, came to pick me up but said he got too high and needed an hour to sleep it off. I watched from my window as he had explosive diarrhea on my neighbor's house, and when he finally picked me up and we left, it reeked, and as we drove by the house I got a closer view of the mess my neighbor would need to clean up. He has no idea I knew.
My Reddit username. It's the one thing I have that's totally mine and the one place where I can be totally anonymous. It's not that I have anything to hide, but I feel if I knew she were reading my comments or posts, I'd constantly be aware of that and no longer be able to have dumb conversations or rant about pointless things.
Occasionally I rub one out to some swimsuit photos of her from our honeymoon a few years ago. It's just the only content I have of her and would rather use that than some random chick on the internet.
I've been planning to divorce for more than a year now. I'm not telling her because she has a history of running away. Last time she left me the day I was pulling in from a 10-month deployment, then broke into the house and took the dog, followed by issuing a restraining order and warrant for my arrest after she was the one arrested for assaulting me. Now we have kids and I'm not taking any chances. I'm going to serve her divorce papers so any action she takes is viewed as reactionary. And I'm fighting for custody.
As we close out today's video, let's reflect on the secrets and stories we've explored. While it's natural to have some things we keep to ourselves, it's important to remember the value of trust and open communication in any relationship. Secrets can create distance, but honesty brings us closer together. Subscribe for more.